Okay, I just want to say one thing. Everything that I am about to say in this video, I made before Huda's Call Her Daddy interview came out. Okay? So I was trying to give a little nuance. Let's not bully her perspective because I don't like bullying people. I'm one of those people who I'm against the whole bring back bullying movement. However, criticism on Huda is definitely deserved. I just want y'all to know this, especially with everything that y'all are about to watch, okay? Please stay to the end to hear my thoughts, especially when it comes to the whole Louis situation and also just my full thoughts on the Call Her Dad situation and everything that's been happening outside the villa because hoes are peculiar. Okay, so before we begin this video, I just want to make one thing clear. Here on Planet Kai, we are very opinionated, but we are not bullies. So with that being said, do not send any hate to Huda or anyone else mentioned in this video. In fact, if you must hate at all, save it for these comments. We could kiki there. Oh shit, and guys, I almost forgot. Look, the channel is called Planet Kai for a reason. So if you do not like any of my opinions or anything that I have to say in this video, I suggest you take your lips and pucker them together to kiss my big, juicy, voluptuous.
Rose Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father, they pull out. MSG sell out, fuck these niggas yap out. Whips on whips, my ancestors got me backside.
Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So Love Island ended. What the fuck was that? I, like most people, had the similar opinion that this season of Love Island was just a perfect example of how chaotic the modern dating scene is. Lucky for me, I don't have to experience the ghetto no more. But that's neither here or there. I have not watched a season of Love Island this religiously since the mess that was Justine and Caleb. Only the North remembers. But out of everyone this season, there was one cast member that just had the entire internet on fire. Someone who made me yell at my screen so many times. Like, they were my cousin, okay? Like I was watching Maury, guys. No one other than Huda. Whether you loved her, or you hated her, or you felt something in between, one thing that was for sure is that her presence shook the villa, and if we're being honest, the internet. But here's the thing, Huda just isn't just a reality TV villain who loves hard. She's the blueprint for a personality we've all encountered in real life. People who cry when you hold them accountable, or people who weaponize their emotions.
Out there who fucking hates me. Why are grown men judging a couple if we're good? Their ego God. Or something. Hell no.
Demand space and claim to be misunderstood while still managing to cause real harm without even raising a hand. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down Huda's toxic behavior from of a more, como se dice, psychological lens. Because why? I am a college dropout with a non-degree in psychology. Also, I'm basing a lot of this of what I have seen from social media as well as the TV show, because I see so many people, and I'm gonna just pause and get off the script for 1 second. I have literally seen so many people defend Huda. Oh shit! Or say they relate so much to Huda and praise her without realizing, hey guys, the shit that you are relating to and the shit that y'all are seeing isn't healthy whatsoever. I also want y'all to know I got my handy dandy notebook, so every time I be making these videos, I just don't be pulling this shit out my ass. I be taking notes, okay? We are note taking. Everybody pull out your pen and paper. Let's get this shit together. So let's start with the name calling. When Huda called other bombshells bitches or lashed out during the challenges,
Bitch, if you don't fucking it might have been like a rough morning, or like things might be good, but that's my girl.
What did you say?
That's
You're never ever supposed to bring up any fucking problems to anybody. I don't give a fuck who it is. Ever.
okay.
And guess what? I don't know the bitch. Don't fucking bring up shit about us, especially problems.
It wasn't just about her being emotional. Psychologically, this is called rational aggression. It's a tactic used to isolate threats or intimidate competition and control group dynamics. What some people see as confidence is really fear disguised as dominance. And because Huda said with such a passion, a lot of folks confuse that for honesty. But let's be real and let's be clear. Intensity is not the same as truth. Now let's flip the script. If a man were acting like this, yelling at his partners, calling women bitches with that much venom, shifting the blame with things like, you made me act this way.
Time the fuck out.
You are the reason why everything happened. You're the reason why I acted the way I did. You are the reason. And you're not registering why I am feeling this way. You're not registering what I have been through up until this point.
We wouldn't be sitting here writing think pieces about his youth or emotional expression. We'd be calling it what it is, emotional abuse and toxic masculinity. But because Huda's a woman, people rush to protect her image instead of confronting her actions. That's not feminism. That's a double standard. Holding women accountable is not bullying. It's refusing to let gender excuse harm. And before y'all bring Serena's iconic crash out on Cordell in my comments, yes, I know that's a lot of alliteration. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I did not watch their full season of Love Island, but if I am correct, someone tell me in the comments, but based on what I did see, what I saw was, didn't Cordell allegedly tell Serena and another girl the same thing? And like, wasn't he allegedly dry humping someone? Like, I just know, and from what I gathered, Serena cussed that man clean out for a solid hour. And let's be real, did y'all look at the way he was looking at her while she was cussing him out?
You're a fucking liar. You're full of shit. I don't know why you're over here moping around. You were not respectful in the fucking slightest. In the slightest. There's no type of consideration for me, or you wouldn't have done half the shit you did. So how bad did you really feel? Because you kept
like
doing it and you kept
dickhead.
fucking doing it.
I wanted to test our connection.
And it was tested, babes. You did it. You did it. It took you not even 24 hours to fucking fold like a fucking pretzel. I'm fucking done.
Serena.
Deadass. I want y'all to look at how he was looking at her while she was cussing him out. And also, too, another thing about Serena and Cordell is one thing that was extremely clear about the two of them is that Cordell wanted Serena. Like, he actively wanted her. This is how he reacted when she cussed him out.
I promise you I was never trying to put you in this position. I thought of it differently.
You made your choice. That is your choice.
That's not my choice.
That is your choice.
Like, we can't just end it like this.
You ended it when you walked in here.
Bro, that's fucking bullshit.
You ended it when you walked.
Versus, look at how Jeremiah acted.
I've been partially to blame for toxicity in this house. We're both to blame for that. You think it's only me?
No, I just think like the yelling and the interrupting chats, call me a bitch, call me out my name, call me a liar, a gaslighter. No other girl in this villa would do all the negative and
Jeremiah,
fucked up toxic things you did.
You don't understand. You literally tore my heart to pieces.
All I wanted was conflict resolution.
Look at this. I just wanted, because this was the last time we were gonna talk. I just want to let you know that I truly, truly, truly cared.
I hold no hate in my heart towards you. If I'm doing something, it's not to make you jealous. I literally wish nothing but the best for you.
I don't want to tiptoe.
Oh, thank God.
Or even Chris.
I think that she was big problem. Older, please.
No hard feelings. I already knew. I could tell. So I just been waiting for you to say it.
And let me remind y'all, Serena and Cordell won Love Island, and they're still together to this day. And I feel like she flipped out for somewhat of a valid reason, not because of an uncooked pancake.
You should thank your boy Taylor. He helped me with my breakfast today.
Okay, what's your point in saying that?
What was saying?
Okay, cool, for sure. The fuck? I do one thing that you don't like and you disregard everything I've done. You're mad that another man helped you make breakfast instead of me?
While you're standing there.
I don't get it. You said that you wanted to make breakfast, so you made breakfast.
Maybe this is just how I believe men should treat their women.
Bro, like you just find like the most nitpicky thing I can complain about it.
Those things matter to me.
And even if you don't agree with this, remember, people accept the love that they deserve. And Cordell knew he was wrong, which is why he sat there, took that hour-long cuss-out session. And he even, chased her. In the middle of all of it, he was, chasing her throughout everything. And I have not seen anyone chase after Huda like that. And I feel like that just says a lot. And I just also want to say, those, whenever, fucking Amaya came and the whole challenge, just those things that Huda would say.
Obviously, I already know that girls are gonna pick Jeremiah. I'm not dumb. The dude's good looking. Of course, Amaya picks Jeremiah to be her fourth base. But I think that bitch is fucking messy. I couldn't even look at her. I can already tell that the bitch doesn't fucking compare to me. Do I know her? No. Am I upset that she picked him for number one? Yes. Oh, I think she's messy as fuck. I think she's messy as fuck. I don't like her. I just already don't like her. I don't like her. I don't.
Buki, you're insecure. At one point during a conflict with Jeremiah, Huda brought up her motherhood, not for connection, but to excuse emotional outbursts.
This is what I will say, just to be devil's advocate, is that, at the end of the day, remember, we're still exploring, and you guys say you're open.
Listen, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sierra, this is the first time you're about to hear this. Everyone else knows this, but I'm a mom.
Amazing.
And I just shared this with Jeremiah yesterday. It was the hardest thing for me to do. I feel like today proved to me that you're one of our sisters. Girl.
This could be seen as a form of emotional blackmail. It says, if you hold me accountable for my actions, you're attacking my trauma. Well, being a mother is a beautiful thing. Using it to silence or guilt trip others is what it seemed like to me, at least. Being a mom stops being sacred, but it's built for a shield for dysfunction. Her reactions to Jeremiah talking to other bombshells and just the aggressive comments towards Iris and Amaya point to preoccupied attachment. Now, while watching Love Island, I decided to do my own little digging and look up what Huda's baby daddy looks like, y'all. And at that moment, I was like, oh, okay, it's all starting to make sense. That's the fear of abandonment showing up as control, surveillance, insecurity, or even outbursts. But here's the nuance. Having an attachment wound doesn't make someone a villain or a terrible person. So there were moments where Huda was accused of subtly pushing the group to eliminate other girls. Specifically, Hannah, the same girl who was going to, comfort her while she was dealing with everything with Jeremiah.
I was 2 over 2. Yeah, for sure. Good defense.
Can you do any impressions?
I did a stitch one.
room is a real crowd, please. That's so silly. Why the fuck would they be doing this? That's crazy.
With another woman.
Oof.
Oh my god. I can't, just he can pull her chair out and he just avoided looking at me and
Just come. Is never going to be the man that you need in your life. You need a man, and he is a little boy.
I know.
You are a mother before everything else.
I know.
And I know it sucks, and I know you're gonna want to like forgive him, but you never know who could walk through those doors, and that could be your dream man.
I just wanted to see that, you know, someone sees my worth.
And he will. He'll see that shit, and he'll feel that shit, and he'll know that shit. So right now, you're gonna keep your chin up. You're gonna be with me. If you need anything, I'm here. I'm right by your side. So just be you. You're beautiful and gorgeous. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, see you soon.
I love you.
This is called covert aggression, emotional manipulation that hides behind charm or groupthink. It's not in-your-face cruelty. It's whisper behind the curtain. And what makes it powerful is that it's hard to prove, but you just feel it. So as the season went on, Huda's emotional breakdowns started becoming, well, more of a pattern, super predictable. They happened so often that the producers even considered recasting her or like pulling her off the show completely. Now let's be real, having emotions, that's not toxic. Being vulnerable, not a bad thing at all. But when every moment of chaos seems to erupt the moment the spotlight shifts away from you, that's not vulnerability. That's what I'd call crisis-centered control. It's a way to reset the room, and suddenly we're no longer talking about the drama, the decisions, or the other girls. We're back to her pain, her feelings, and her story. And the room always shifts with her. Okay, so another red flag about her is her tendency to interrupt people, shut down people, and instantly get defensive during confrontations. This is what psychologists call reflexive defensiveness. Instead of processing feedback, it turns every conversation into an attack. Healthy communication becomes almost impossible. You can't grow if you're too busy dodging. So the phrase, "I'm a girl's girl," came up a lot, but when Huda used it, she used it as more of a sword than a sisterhood.
No, I'm waiting for the next better things to fucking come.
And I was gonna say you, but I was like, I'd rather pie Ace than you.
I was a real answer type of thing, but the rest of them was just playful and having fun. I don't fuck with that.
I was either gonna pick you or mine, one or the other. I would rather kiss you. I was like, all right, I know her emotional ass. I was like, I'm just gonna pick Ace.
Shut the fuck up with your goddamn mouth.
This is moral manipulation, where someone uses language about feminism or sisterhood to guilt trip others, even when they themselves aren't acting in alignment. If you scream, "Girl's girl," while bullying other women, you're not empowering. You're gaslighting. This part really hits home to me because I've dealt with people like Huda. People who use their pain as a sword and they expect you to bow down to it. Or people who expect softness from everyone when they just give you sharpness in return. And you try to hold space for them time and time again until you realize there's no more space for you. Sometimes you don't even see it at first. The charm is so strong, the vulnerability feels real, but that's the trap. That's the manipulation. The villain doesn't always look like a villain sometimes. Sometimes the villain just looks like someone who's just been through a lot. But being wounded doesn't give someone the right to wound you in return. Now, let's be real. Huda wasn't the perfect abuser and Jeremiah wasn't the perfect victim. Their relationship was complicated and messy, but human. Jeremiah sometimes was emotionally checked out.
I was checked out. I was not able to be there. I just had nothing left to give.
He wasn't always communicating. He avoided tough conversations and he played the passive card at times. But what made their relationship so destructive is how their issues collided. Huda's chaos needed control. Jeremiah's silence created distance. Together, they created a cycle of mutual toxicity where both partners triggered the worst in each other.
Hey, there's nothing to talk about.
No, speak your mind. You're all about communication and talking to me, and you don't want to talk to me right now.
I do? Who said I don't want to talk to you right now?
No, there's something bothering you, so please bring it up. I've never seen you act like that towards me. So what happened?
There's some comments from the guys threw me off.
Comments in what way? Towards who? What happened? Why is it?
Okay.
If comments are making you act upset towards me from guys, what is it? What happened?
And then the other half, they think you're just like playing it safe type shit.
First of all, I've shown you so much.
I know that.
So much.
Bro, relax.
Nah, the fact that you act that way towards your fucking friends, commenting on shit, this is why I don't want to tell them nothing. I should be the one you confide in. I should be the one that's there for you. I'm your best friend.
I wasn't finna, okay, it doesn't, I shook your hand, I gave you a thumbs up, I thought you were gonna sit next to me, you just ran off.
How do you usually hold me, Jeremiah?
Okay, but it doesn't
No, look at me right now. How do you usually hold me, Jeremiah?
I'm not gonna hold you the same way every time. The fact that you can't sit next to me for a minute.
Jeremiah.
Oh my God.
You.
I'm not doing all the drama, bro.
I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that hurts, bro.
And it's easy to want a clear villain, but in real relationships, most toxic relationships are a two-way pattern of unhealed wounds, crashing into each other. And that's okay. Period, bitch. And that's why so many of us fell for Huda's emotions and her emotional arc, because she wasn't some cartoon villain. She cried, she broke, she opened up. It's called trauma bonding, where emotions, highs and lows, confuse us into feeling invested, or even when the behavior is harmful. She wasn't hiding her pain, she was performing it, and we believed it until we didn't. Reality TV may be scripted at times, but emotional dynamics are real. And if you saw yourself in any part of this story, whether as Huda, Jeremiah, or Chris, or just any audience member who got swept away, use this video as your mirror. So I watched the Call Her Daddy interview, or at least I watched a lot of it, and then the rest was just kind of like background noise for me, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and go over every contradiction or just nasty thing that Huda said, because I'm being completely honest with you, I have no sympathy for Huda. I can understand her, especially as someone who has been a survivor, especially when it comes to violence and or sexual abuse. I get it. I understand. I completely empathize with her. However, there are definitely some things that don't justify her behavior currently as an adult. So I just want to go over some of those things currently now. So one of the things that Huda said, she really is emphasizing the fact that Jeremiah love bombed her.
Do you think you were love bombed?
Yeah. Plain simple. I think I was. In all complete honesty. I know that he feels indifferent. I don't think he fully understands the capacity of love bombing. He thinks that love bombing is just gifts and shit. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what I heard. I'm just like, that's not it. That's not all of it. Looking at me all the time and being like, I'm just kidding.
Mind you, she was the one who told Jeremiah that she loved him first.
I'll see you later.
Love you, bye.
Well.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Fuck.
You good.
Don't love you, bye. Oh, not on you. Sorry. Bye.
Goodbye.
Stop. Don't do that at our wedding.
Multiple times in a certain amount of day, in like, what was it, like 1 day, 2 days? she was telling this man that she loved him. And another thing that I want to bring up, especially as someone who has been truly love bombed, I don't know about y'all, but love bombing feels like the best thing. It literally feels like we're literally about to get married. Like, I love you. But if I'm being completely honest with you, throughout the entire relationship with her and Jeremiah, Huda was consistently asking for more.
I want Jeremiah to act right. I feel like he has been acting right, though. He has been. No?
He's not doing enough. I'm like, do you even like me?
Everyone is like, for example, Ace is doing the little hibachi thing. Like, you know, people are like trying. Like, Taylor did that little dancing thing. I'm just like, can you do more?
You did ask.
And to me, I would never, if someone was truly love bombing me, I don't think that I would be consistently asking for more from someone, you know? And of course, we can talk about the many, many instances of Huda being male-centered. This is something that is consistently, and I mean consistently, something that is brought up on social media about how male-centered Huda is, not only from that weird-ass challenge that she did and everyone was talking about her clearly riding Ace's face.
I was so disrespectful. Like, I wouldn't do no shit like that.
Can't you see?
It's just a challenge.
Really?
No, it's not just a challenge. It's just a challenge. That looked a little more than just a challenge.
How spiteful and like how she spoke with like venom when it came to bombshells, and also like anyone that she deemed as competition. She became so weird in the name of a man. And even now, people are talking about her weirdness and how she acted. She's with Louis, who was another star of Love Island, and being completely honest with y'all, I did not watch their season. I have not watched a Love Island season this intently since Justine and Caleb, but I know that her and Louis are together, and there's this big thing where people are speculating on social media about how she was weird towards a female streamer. Like, she was in like a room with all guys, and then once the female streamer came in, they just started acting real weird. And oh my gosh, I'm so shy. Mamas, you were not shy when you were spazzing out on Jeremiah on national television in front of all his homeboys. Miss Ma'am, you were not shy when you were doing all this crazy sexual stuff in front of everybody, riding Ace's face, doing all this extra, you know what I'm saying? So people are really debating about that because mamas, what's really going on? She also mentioned something about not giving Jeremiah wifey treatment.
I'm not giving wifey shit to men who don't fucking deserve it.
Mind you, y'all having sex, y'all are taking showers together, but you're flipping out on him about an uncooked pancake. Or you're flipping out on this nigga because he didn't do this big grand gesture like everyone else did. You're hypocritical. I don't like that. She has had like a plethora of just weird interactions with the men on the Love Island cast. Like, one of the things that I definitely want to talk about is her relationship, or a short little weird thing with Pepe, whatever the fuck that was. It was weird that as soon as Hannah left, she wanted to, I guess, try, test Pepe's temperature or whatever. And she lied on Call Her Daddy and was like, oh yeah, no, Pepe tried to talk to me, or we, tried to get things, started or whatever. But the only reason why Pepe didn't pursue me is because he knew that I was seriously locked in with Jeremiah.
And I knew that, for example, Pepe didn't want to explore me because, Jeremiah was so locked in.
Pepe didn't really like her all that much because of how she treated Hannah.
I had a conversation with her and kind of told her I wasn't a big fan of the way she moved and the way she did a couple things, considering Hannah really took care of her.
Right.
Especially as Huda was put in these positions of not being at the top of the leaderboard, and then being at the top, but still voters wanted, or Islanders kind of putting her in positions to potentially get voted off. And Hannah was there for her, and for Huda to then come and pull me for a chat, special phrase around here, I guess. Without kind of letting Hannah know, I wasn't a big fan of that.
And also, like, I think he mentioned something about her personality.
He looked at me a shit ton, so I was like, okay, maybe he likes me, but I was like, I'm not gonna talk to him if he doesn't pull me. And he never pulled me, so I was like, all right, was I ever your type or no?
Just personality. Her personality for me is huge. Hannah has a bigger personality.
Yeah.
It's not huge, but it's a bigger personality.
Yeah.
That's usually not what I go for.
Mhm.
I usually go for like more of like me, or it's just like calm, relax.
Girl, why you doing all that lying? Because you didn't even have to do that. And then I didn't really even talk about this in the first go round that I filmed this video, because guys, this video has been 3 weeks in the making. I'm sorry, I'm fighting mental illness. Mental illness is beating me on ass.
Fight back! Fight back!
But when it comes to even her relationship with Chris, from what I have seen, has spoken so positively, and even all the men who have been involved with Huda have spoken so positively about Huda. Meanwhile, she's on Call Her Daddy talking about Chris and his dick size and what it was like having sex with him and how it didn't go all the way in, whatever, just being really disrespectful.
It seemed like Chris, it was like randomly just kind of like told everyone that you guys had sex without talking to you.
Girl, he didn't fully do anything. That's the other part.
Oh, really?
Girl, it was like halfway. It wasn't even all the like we did not, like, that's the other thing.
You're like, it was like this.
Like, it wasn't even the full shebang. Like, I'm just like, you're over here like, yeah, we had sex and we did this and I fucked this girl. She's so fine. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Like, you barely put that shit in. Don't even. And it's not because I couldn't take it. That's for fucking sure. Like, bitch, shut up. Bitch, shut up.
Mind you, this is the same Huda who was getting caught in 4K trying to coerce Chris and beg for the peen.
I feel like what you guys didn't get to see is the whole argument and why we were arguing. We weren't arguing because I didn't cuddle her. We were arguing because we were told like we were only gonna get 2 hours of sleep, and instead of prioritizing sleep, she wanted to get, you know, active in the bedroom, and I wasn't about that. And I had made that clear to her. I'm like, look, like, if we're not gonna be doing PDA on the outside, you can't even give me a kiss. Like, we're not doing shit in the bedroom. Like,
especially if I only get 2 hours of sleep.
Exactly.
If it wasn't all that, sis, why you begging? And also, too, I do want to say, do not ever make me defend a man. I willingly do not want to have to defend a man. But if the roles were if the roles were reversed and it was Chris who was trying to coerce Huda into having sex, Twitter, social media, tickety of the talk, the fucking clock app would have been on fucking fire, and I stand by that. That was weird, Huda. I don't think she ever took accountability for that. I don't check on that girl. The girl is weird. Face card eats. She's so cute, but she's fucking cuckoo. Talking about, oh, if I was a manipulator, my therapist would tell me. That's not how therapy works, mamas. Then she had the audacity to say, no one was there for me in the villa. Like, I felt really alone. Mind you, every episode, at least someone was literally trying to comfort her, and someone was always trying to coddle her feelings. Like, bitch, did we watch the same show?
No one was asking me, so what is it, XYZ 1 2 3? Like, what did you say specifically? What this and this and this?
So I just wanted to like kind of get your side of things.
I felt like I had no one.
Right now, you're gonna keep your chin up. You're gonna be with me. If you need anything, I'm here. I'm right by your side. So just be you. You're beautiful and gorgeous. I'll see you in a little bit.
I had no one.
Somebody else. That fuck, I hated it.
I had no one.
You guys have seen me through every fucking thing.
I had no one.
I know. You have your feelings are validated, babe. Your feelings are validated.
No one.
Listen, it's just everything. I'm so sorry, but hearing how happy you guys were today kills me.
I wanted to talk about things with people, and no one would give a fuck.
I just shared this with Jeremiah yesterday. Like, it was the hardest thing for me to do. I just couldn't, like, so hard.
But listen, it's not worth being upset about. It's not worth your tears or your energy.
I had no one.
So get off my dick, bitch. Like, fuck off. I'm explaining exactly what I need, and he's telling me, I'm not gonna do that.
No one gave a fuck.
I hate seeing you like this. Like, I hate watching you be upset. I hate watching you lose control of your emotions. And I just never want you to beg for anyone to want you, to treat you right, to respect you.
In a way, I feel like, and like, I don't know if you guys have seen my Jersey Shore video on Ronnie and Sammy, which you definitely should watch right here. But in a way, I feel like Huda and Jeremiah, but any relationship that Huda was in where she was going crazy, was the equivalent of Ronnie and Sammy, because it was like every episode was just centered around how toxic their relationship was. That's how I feel about Huda. Everything was just around her feelings and how crazy she was. She also said at one point that she felt isolated and bullied, which ain't no way a hoe who was saying, I can tell she doesn't compare to me, and was literally fucking cornering Isis to the point where niggas was afraid to leave them in the same room. Ain't no way this is the same girl saying all this.
Right away, I definitely felt like very alone.
No.
The only person that was like, in the beginning, the only person that was like really welcoming was Amaya.
Yo, Huda is, and I'm not even joking, that is crazy. There was at one point niggas had to sit Huda down and be like, hey bro, stop being mean. Like,
we don't need none of this petty shit. We don't need none of this little
Iris.
we don't need none of that. We want positive vibes moving forward. Okay.
You gotta chill out. Like, especially how she flipped out on Alandria. And I just want to say, and this isn't what the video is about, but especially all the microaggressions and the racism that Shelly and Alandra have faced under the guise of defending Huda, who is someone who is extremely aggressive towards black men, which we can get to that in a second, but also is so quick to victimize herself, which I just want to say, not only does this apply to Huda, but this also applies to life. The day that you relinquish your victim complex and pick yourself up by your big girl, big boy panties, or big they them panties, and so on and so forth, and you realize that you are the fucking master in your story, you can control what happens and decide how your life goes on from here on out, is the day that you will regain your power. Huda, everything happens to you the way it does because you keep on claiming that negative ass shit in all your relationships, and I mean that and I stand by that. Everyone who doesn't like it can kiss my black ass. I mean it. Mind you, I don't think she ever apologized to Hannah or literally Iris or any of the girls she bullied.
Did she end up coming to you and telling you the things she said, or did you only hear about them after?
I only heard about them after, but she did say to me before we left, she's like, and kind of during, she's like, listen, I said some things in the beginning, but I love you now, and you're my girl. So I just want you to know that and be prepared for that.
Then she tried to bully Shelly the same way. Mind you, she was praising her for being a friend on that little phone call, little challenge thing. And you could just tell, we could see this jealousy earlier when she was telling Jeremiah to make her like a little hibachi thing because Ace was doing it for Shelly.
Can you do more?
You did ask. And I just want to say, I'm sorry, that shit was funny as fuck. But because Jeremiah was like, are you dead ass? And I had the exact same reaction. Because that's why I feel like she did all that when it came to Ace during that like heart rate challenge. Because she wanted to be peculiar, because she really wanted to show Shelly, I could have your man if I wanted to. I could like, you're weird. You're peculiar, mamas. Let's wrap it up. And I mean that. And I stand by that. Like, at first, all that shit seemed innocent, but then she goes on and call her daddy and admits at one point she had feelings for Ace or found him attractive or whatever the fuck. You're weird. Ho, you're not my friend. So, at Casa Amor, Chris gets introduced and shit starts popping off. And Huda is very attracted to Chris, mind you guys. And Chris is pursuing Shelly. And Chris wasn't really looking at Huda like that. But then in the challenge, let me remind you, Huda is very male-centered. But then the challenge, she starts kissing Chris all crazy. She takes like pride in her sex appeal. And throughout the season, we try to use it to take advantage. Jeremiah, Ace, and now Chris.
God damn, girl, like, where that come from? Like, you might be on the radar now, girl. Like, that shit took me for a whoop-de-whoop. Like, shit.
Remind y'all, Huda wanted Chris first. Huda be lying again.
I haven't found a match in here.
You did us.
I haven't even explored him because I'm thinking he don't want nobody else. Because you're making it seem that way.
I understand we're going to explore, but just as long as you know, like, I am still going to be exploring Shelly because that's my top priority.
She said that she told Chris to pursue Shelly.
I expressed to you how many times, please continue to pursue Shelly. Please continue to pursue Shelly. I have not lied about that. I literally keep encouraging him to pursue you. I'm happy that you being here and like me being here means that we can explore, but then you can also do your thing.
Yeah, I guess.
You know? I'm not gonna be mad at you.
But the moment he started pursuing Shelly, she threw a tantrum. I need y'all to see the scene where Chris brings Huda breakfast, or Huda and Shelly breakfast. How Shelly is in her own world, she doing her makeup and shit. But look at the jealousy on Huda's face. Huda is all in Shelly plate. Like, you can hear the Kill Bill song playing as Huda is looking at her plate.
You are.
Ooh, thank you. The presentation. So nice.
And this morning, he gave her 2 pancakes and gave me 1. Gave her a flower and gave me none. So I'm like,
Oh, no. You gave her 2 pancakes and gave me 1.
pissed off, but I was kind of like irritated. We sit right fucking next to each other. Why are you doing the most in front of my face like that? Like, that's weird. For the breakfast.
You're welcome.
I mean, you gave her 2 pancakes and gave me 1, and I gave her a flower and gave me none.
You know, I apologize for that. And I didn't mean to make it seem like she got more out of it than you.
Made you feel like the side hoe. Because it's like, okay, you're clearly showing favoritism. I don't like that.
Favoritism?
I was like, damn. Okay. And then I was like, all right, cool.
A side hoe?
That's how it felt.
And a big part of me, like I said before, y'all, this is why I believe that Huda chose Ace and that heart rate challenge, because she really wanted to get under Shelly's skin to be like, I could take your man if I want to. He's mine, baby. And I just think that, Huda, you're not a fucking girl's girl. Stop using that word. I don't want to hear it anymore. The next person who said girl's girl is getting shot immediately. I'm joking. The next girl who says I'm a girl's girl is getting uppercut 47 times in the titty. I don't want to hear that shit no more. You're not a girl's girl. I don't think you hoes know what the fuck that means. Huda also waiting to the very last moment to tell Jeremiah that she's a mom was also a thing that was very manipulative, because I feel like I can understand that for people who have kids, it's extremely hard sometimes to find a partner. But I feel like some people do not want to date people with kids. And that is okay. There are also people out there who don't mind dating people with kids. And that is okay. But you should be completely transparent. That shit was manipulative and I stand by it. Huda also has this thing of manipulating people's words to the point where sometimes you can like consider it lying. And so like outside of the villa, she's just been moving extremely weird. I mentioned the whole Louis thing, and then also her interview, I don't know if it was like E! News or maybe it was something else, but she was like, this is the crash out everyone's talking about. I do that all the time. You verbally abuse people all of the fucking time? Or let's not even say verbally abusive. Some people might say that's too... I don't cuss out my significant others like that when I'm mad at them. Not to their face, at least. Maybe behind their back to myself. Maybe I'll write it down. But to their face, I feel like that's verbally abusive, and I stand on that. 2 thumbs down. Everyone boo, Huda. Boo. It's mail, everyone's throwing it's mail. Stand by it. If you don't like it, kiss my fat juicy ass. Alright guys, that's all I have. I'm done talking about Huda. Honestly, until the reunion comes out, if it's juicy enough, if I feel passionate about it enough, maybe I'll talk about it. Otherwise, y'all are probably going to get a video either about Taz's Angels, part 2 about Natalie Nunn video, like a Natalie Nunn video, because there's still a shit ton of shit that I did not cover in that video. Let me know if y'all want that video. So either Taz Angels, Natalie Nunn part 2, or if honestly I'm thinking about making a video about Grip Baby, that TikToker. So comment down below what you guys think. If you like this video, you should like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I post new videos whenever the universe tells me to, because it's my world and you all are just living in it. I love you guys. Bye.
Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father, they will pull out. MSG sell out, fuck these niggas yap out. Whips on whips, my ancestors got the backside. 24500 stacks for the hood. Call me Mama Jack, cause I wish a nigga would. Grass do it like I did, the wish a nigga could. Face thing, get the people like they should. Niggas ain't really on the type of shit he on. I hate Drizzy and told him I had a million.